Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly, grim, and perilous master today, because today we're carrying on with our ongoing campaign playing at the time of recording. The most recent version of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, that is Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th edition, published by Cubicle 7. I say most recent because we finally got a peek at the cover of 5th edition yesterday. So we will see a new edition of this game coming out shortly, but for today, we're taking the grand old dam out for a spin yet again. We are playing a campaign called Salt, Silver, and Sin that is set in the northernmost province of the Empire in Nordland, and we call our campaign Salt, Silver, and Sin. And with me today, I should say as well, we are drawing a great deal of material from the excellent... Guys, where do we put it? Think hard. Oh, here it is. Never mind. I found it, guys. Don't worry. Salzenmund, city of salt and silver. It's a setting we did not expect to be playing in, but none of us knew much about it at the time, and it's been a really fucking cool place to play. So... with me today are the stars of our campaign. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing. We are going to introduce one player too, and other than a name, we will not learn about his character until we see them in play. First up, we've got Graham.
Hi, I'm Graham, and I'm playing Ruthard Bellis Dingfelder, or Rudy as he's sometimes known. He is a young owler, land smuggler who is, in these difficult times, has transferred and is now a soldier recruit.
Very nice. Next up is John.
Hey everyone, I am John, and I'm playing Talthir of Manon. He is a priest, sailor priest of Manon that it's turned herbalist.
Drug dealer.
Almost.
Yeah. Next up is Sean.
Hey, I'm playing Thognoth Barrickson, a dwarf from the Cragforge clan and an Ironbreaker.
Nice. And last but certainly not least is our resident armor smith, Dave.
Hey everybody, I'm Dave, and I'm playing Fenifine Smith.
Very nice. So guys, let me bring us over to, I think where we last found ourselves. And that would be, let's see. Right about here. Does that look familiar?
Yes.
Sorry. Yes.
We spent, I think, a handful of days lost in that area.
Yeah. Yeah, quite lost.
Troll hunting. Trying to, at least.
Yeah.
So you're saying I should have taken survival? Oh, man.
We started in a city, Dave.
So what happened last time, guys? Apart from you were lost and you took some time to camp, I believe, as well, because some folks were suffering from fatigue.
Oh, yeah.
What else do you guys recall?
I took a wound from fatigue, I think. It was. I had a particularly bad night.
Yeah.
Can you throw out your back?
Well, that camp roll was not great, so I assume you slept on an old stump or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too stubborn to move it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to talk about shrubbery to Rudy. I mean, I didn't want to give him any. I don't give him any ammo.
Get no
How's the weather been? That's what I'm really concerned with.
The weather? Oh, the weather. You'll feel right at home. Yeah.
Yeah. Terrible.
I believe it's been a good day today, apart from the mist, though.
Yes. I think we got lost in the mist. It started to clear up, and then it decided to pour rain at a certain point. We decided that one more day's fine. And then at that point, our luck started to turn around, and we got our bearings again, and actually really covered some ground. And I'm not sure anything of great import happened during the session, other than finding a nice base camp in an open valley where we think the troll is.
I think my favorite comment was Someone described it as Gen X camping.
Yes.
Where you focus on getting the beer out there, getting the food out there, and you don't really care about getting the tent or how wet you get. All right, so then, unless there's anything else, everyone's got their fortune filled up once again. Thognoth, I believe you were the one who was keeping watch for us. Let's get the ball rolling with, and...
Is this what we saved?
Easy. Say again?
Is this where we get the ball rolling for what we saved for Dave?
For what you saved for Dave?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Did we have a certain thing we wanted him to roll when he showed up in the session?
Oh, the weather. Well, the weather. Yeah, I guess we do need to see what the weather is today. Dave, welcome to the game. As is contractually obliged, Dave will be taking over our weather rolls for us.
We got to give him something until we find him, right?
Yeah, for those who haven't played in our in the Night Below campaign, Dave, we have Dave to thank for, I believe, a fiery tornado at one point.
I think that was a Pathfinder.
Yeah, the Ultimate Wilderness has got some great weather charts in it.
And then there was the Soul Storm that was in
Icewind Dale
campaign. a nat 20 on some kind of like soul rending storm. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Dave, would you kind of give us a 4d10 roll, please? Thank you, weatherman. Morning is comfortable, no precipitation, absolutely clear skies, and absolutely no wind.
That's good.
This is what we
Dave.
call a feint in weather rolls, where you get comfortable with how things are.
Well, we're glad we have Dave back for the weather rules. And then,
yeah, you can stay. You can stay.
So, Thognoth, what I was going to ask of you is if you would kindly give us an easy perception check, please.
I clicked it. It's suspense. A lot of suspense.
Wow.
I've been a little slow this morning, by the way. So this is par.
The internet, or yourself, or both, or
both. Well, mainly connection to Roll20, I would say. Would be my. This is a ton of suspense. Should I do it again? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, sure. We'll it'll maybe it's just I got to push it through the tube.
Yeah, I got to push through the tube. It's a good call. Push that sucker.
You are a tunnel fighter after all, so.
I am, and I'll be more polite this time, as I just kind of kindly click through the rather than rush.
We used to have a thing where if you click too fast on one of the AD&D second edition sheets, it would just fuck up.
Yep, I remember.
So you had to carefully wait until each thing was hit. If you did it too quickly.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I did it again. I'm gonna refresh my browser no less.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah. No, it's still in California. It's not gone.
Yeah. Didn't help with the roll, I see.
Also, I mean, Sean's also spitting distance from Silicon Valley too. So
True.
He's almost having Mo-worthy problems. I think I might give it a little toast to Mo on this.
Yeah,
one.
I think we're going to toast to Mo. Why not?
Oh, we did mention Icewind Dale.
We did mention Icewind Dale, correct? First character to be golfed by a giant into the ocean.
And I think it's the first time we actually read up the rules on how resurrection works. And spent a week letting him recover while we camped in the boat walking some ice.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, on this. So Brent might be the player who had the first character die on the channel.
Oh,
and I'm trying to think. I think.
Wasn't Brent the one that went and challenged the one?
There we go.
Guys at one hit point.
Robert might have also been the first player to lose a character because he lost one in Ash.
Oh,
yeah. I think he went through.
Brent was Sir Albus the Paladin who refused to flee from the giant toads and was consumed.
In fairness, It was because his brother, played by another player character, refused to retreat from the giant toads.
Until
he stuck behind, and then as soon as the toad started moving, his brother ran, who was wearing lighter armor and was faster than his brother. Yeah.
True colors, huh?
He did not die by toads. He died by family obligation.
Thanks, bro.
That tracks. Yeah.
So it was great too, because both Brent and his character did that kind of like, all right, I'm going to stay with him. Then, so Thognoth, morning has come. Everyone is sleeping. You're in your, where you think the hunting area, the Badlands, they call this, or the Beastlands, I believe they called it, where the Beastmen army that had come in and attacked Pikewall years ago. Where you are right now, Dave, is there is a region that has basically three kind of three groups of noble lands. One of which, two of which have been at war with each other for generations now. The Kreutzfelds and the Dornbachs. There is also a third one called the Rashburgers. You'll learn more about this as we go, but what you need to know now is that basically for this one, in the Kreutzfeld lands, there are three communities that each lead sort of along as you get deeper in towards where the Kreutzfeld keep is, which is called Axwell. You are at a place called, or near a place called Pikewall, and Thognoth, when you wake up this morning, there is something that it's jokingly, we were talking about things last night, and I started going off talking more about the campaign than what we needed. I'm like, okay, this is just not going to be necessary, because we'll just be here for a 4-hour session of me talking about what's happened. So,
Yep.
Thognoth, what you can see is that there is not far from you, probably within about a half mile, there is a tendril of smoke, which is no doubt from a campfire. You've not got yours started yet, but there is a single campfire not far from you. This is the first sign of any, non-animal habitation. Are you trained? Yeah, are you trained in survival at all?
I'm not.
Is that an advanced skill? Yeah.
Outdoor survival is basic, but I have no ranks.
Oh, then give us an outdoor survival check. Let's make it average, please.
Okay.
Look at that. Wow.
Weak in there.
You would judge, like, this is a single kind of like campfire. It's the kind of thing you would make for, an individual up to a group of maybe like 5 or 6.
I will bring it to everyone's attention.
Okay.
Oh, we got a bit of company.
So the two of you are woken up. Both of you come out, and you can see exactly what Thognoth described.
I wonder if we should say hello.
You can see employing Thognoth's legendary stealth. That's
and also my charm.
We are here to find a troll. Maybe they know something.
Indeed. Be good to get their what they've seen.
Everyone cross off a ration, please. Or I think Talter's keeping track of that. Dave, I've given you a...
Yep, I got food for party 1 day's worth. I'll cross out 3 rations.
Yeah. I've given you a handout sheet as well, too. Or for Fenna's notes. You've got access to edit that. You're the only one who sees that. Everyone's got a similar thing. So if you want to take any campaign notes, you're welcome to make use of that. Mm-hmm. So you have your...
I think Dave is muted.
Oh, it's a bone.
Hey.
I saw the lips moving, but no words came out. So
Celestial wizards across the Empire shudder as Dave joins the campaign. That's right.
The weather patterns are erratic. What is going on?
All right. So anything you guys wish to do? I guess, are you keeping the camp here? It's about a half mile away, which would be a minimal amount of travel here. And you do have what are the chances you guys getting lost again? Come on. You got a tendril of smoke you can walk directly towards.
I'm thinking the defensible camp bonus we should keep if we can.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, if we get lost, our camping stuff's lost. But
so our smallest legs are Thognoth's. It will be
like that's a bit harsh, but
half mile is going to represent. Let's see here. It'll be about a half hour, accounting for the terrain. So we as players have an idea of what's going to happen here, but you as your characters, how do you think the characters would prepare for this, knowing that there's suddenly a campfire seemingly here?
What
you guys
is it nighttime, Kev?
No, morning.
Oh, I'm sorry, morning. Got it. That's right.
It's the first time we've seen signs of anyone in like a week.
Yeah.
It's probably bandits.
Technically, because it's morning and you did have a good sleep, Thognoth would get to roll for recovering wounds as well, so you can restore that.
Okay.
Or beastmen, or I don't know. Yeah, it could be something bad. I mean, who'd be out here? Who in their right mind would be out here?
Do we have any knowledge of beastmen would use a campfire? Do they use campfires? Beastmen? Are they civilized enough to? What I know.
Think here. Why don't you? Who's got it's like Lore Empire? Lord Geology will not help here, but any other and actually like Lord Dwarf won't. Beastmen are one of those things that you typically don't. The dwarves have issues with Skaven and greenskins, but they don't really. They don't
make it down into the tunnels too much.
Nah, they're more of a forest dwelling thing. So if you got like Lore Empire or something like that, you could give us.
I do remember a story when I was a kid. You know, when bedtime. I'm sure there was a story about beastmen who had fires.
Closest lore I got is local.
Yeah, sorry, I've only got local here.
Like Salzamund or Nordland?
Doesn't say.
I would assume Salzamund because that's where I'm from.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, if you got to listen as local, this isn't fucking D&D. So you gotta put the region of where it is.
I must have done it wrong when I put it on the sheet.
No, it could be listed as knowledge local, but and maybe I'm wrong. Hold on, I could be fucking D&D.
No, it's fine. I do have Norland specifically.
Yeah, Nordland. Give us a Nordland check at average. If you got that, Talther, you're also from Nordland, so if you got local, then that would also apply. Yeah, so Beastmen are kind of like. It's maybe some like soldier training here in Rudy's case. Beastmen, they're not like there are no doubt small bands of them and whatnot too, but they tend to come in big fucking hordes, and they're also extremely secretive in their numbers. One of the advantages that the Beastmen have, kind of like greenskins, is just that they keep themselves hidden in these wild places, spawn like crazy, and then surge out into civilization to cause all sorts of trouble. A single campfire, as what Thognoth has, seems unlikely, and the Beastmen are not likely to carry or follow the same sort of daily routine that necessarily humans or dwarves or whatnot. We're going to wake up and have breakfast. Like, the Beastmen's day is likely to be as chaotic and violent as what their minds are. So yeah, you're fairly confident it's not a Beastman.
Okay.
All right. Well, should we head over?
For sure.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to approach at?
How are your knees, Thognoth?
On my knees?
Yeah, you're sneaking.
I'm terrible at sneaking. If that's a question.
Then I say we should approach in the open and be friendly.
I mean, either someone else goes ahead, or we just open approach. That would be the two.
Walter and Rudy, how are you guys for outdoor stealth?
I'm pretty sure Rudy is much better than me. Mine is untrained, but I got 41.
I got nothing.
So it's basically just an agility check for me.
Same.
Okay.
Oh,
4.
The reason I ask you about the separate is because you guys could also, just knowing that you're moving towards the same, destination, those of you who are better at stealth can go in one direction, while those of you who are not great.
We've had some issues with Rudy going off on his own and being attacked by shrubbery.
Here we go. How about this? I mean, I may not have any skill, but it's weird, isn't it? When sometimes you don't have a skill, but you have like a talent, and it's
it's awesome.
That's pretty good talent. It's a shame I don't have the skill to go with it.
By chance, you're going to get passive checks to detect you. Can we spot you if they're... Yeah.
It's pretty good.
So do you want to make use of that?
Go on. No, let's try it. I've got it on a cheat. This is what he does. So I'll try that. And it's just an agility check, right? Challenging.
If you just click on... do you not have stealth? It's a basic skill, so there should be...
Oh, sorry. My apologies. Look, there it is. It's tucked away.
Yeah, bottom left.
Rural. Yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
And we're talking challenging. Got you.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. So, Rudy, if you're keeping yourself separate from where Talther and Thognoth are going to be traveling, how are you picturing it? Are you sort of like, off to the side, or you want to get...
So I think what he would do is he would head towards the camp, but then fade left.
Yeah.
And kind of do a very, very slow, careful move around to the other side of the camp. So he's kind of at the opposite side of the camp to where he anticipates his colleagues will be coming.
Yeah.
And try and move gradually, carefully, slowly towards the perimeter of the undergrowth to see if I can make out what is there.
Yeah. You've also got the hunter or huntsman talent too, so I think you're gonna be able to position yourself before you get there, before the others get there. Also, you have longer legs than some members of the party. What you find, Rudy, when you get yourself into position and looking down at this, it is only 2 individuals who are there. There is a tent that is set up. One of these individuals is someone you do recognize.
Oh.
Helmut, the kid you hired and that you instructed to stay back in camp. The other person is a fairly well-dressed, like not inappropriately dressed for the conditions, she's dressed for travel, but it looks like a dwarf woman of means who is, at least of the burger class, who is preparing something. You've never seen her before. She does not look like someone you've come across, and you're fairly certain you told Helmut to stay behind so he didn't get eaten by a troll.
And what is Helmut's demeanor?
Give us an intuition check, please. And I'm going to make it average because you've been around that kid long enough to get a judge or get a sense of. You want a fortune then?
Sort of, not really, but yes. Let's do that again. And here we go. Average. There you go. Look at that. That's better.
This, I think when, any member of, I don't think you guys have been this way with him, but if any of your party was to be more direct and bullying with him, you may find that he is still quite young and is cowed quite easily.
Yeah, right.
And that is very much the person, the woman, the dwarven woman, seems to be sort of like saying for him to do things, and he hops to like he knows what's going to come if he doesn't.
Oh, okay, that's fine though. In which case, what I will do, as my colleagues are probably still on their way in, I will shout out and I will say, Helmut, it's Rudy. I'm just going to come through now. So I'm going to take a step. I'm known to Helmut and I'm a friend. And I'll say this very loudly and very clearly before I step through.
So, Fenna, you've been out here now for a couple of days. And, you're making breakfast again. Helmut is doing what he can to try and provide game and forage. And then you suddenly heard this morning's voice come from there, and exactly what Rudy just said.
I think she looks to Helmut and she's like, "Is this true?"
And he's the one that travels with Thognoth.
Okay, so these are friends of Thognoth.
Companions.
Good enough.
And he says, "Rudy, come down."
I emerge from the undergrowth.
Talther and Thognoth, you guys are like maybe 5 minutes away when you hear this exchange sort of carried through. So Helmut's here.
It's time to start jogging.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I don't know about jogging, but I'm on my way.
It's good for them to hear us coming.
Okay.
But dwarves were
You'll hear
natural.
me.
I thought
Don't
dwarves
worry.
were natural sprinters.
Yeah, I can hear Thognoth's knees. Even
Either that or a pots and pan salesman is on his way.
And if any character makes that comment, we're going to have words.
So, Rudy, when you come down, you guys are going to have like maybe 4 minutes or so to. Helmut comes over and shakes your hand. He has a look on his face because you rolled so well with the intuition. He has a look on his face of like he's very apologetic. He's very like, oh.
Maybe a little relieved.
Yeah, a little relieved as well too. And he
Thank
says,
God you're here.
he turns and points back at the dwarven woman and says, "This is Miss Fenna. She's got business with Thognoth."
Oh, say, Ruthard, friend of Helmut. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Thognoth is. In fact, I think I can hear him coming now.
I think she gives Ruthard a little up and down, like, "What are you? Who are you?" Like,
What does she
say?
say?
I don't know.
Graham?
She's I mean, I've been out in the forest for weeks now, or so it seems. So sort of slightly, he's probably had several days of a submariner shower, and that's about it. And so he's a little bit disheveled. He's clearly been out in the wilds for a while. He's wearing a sort of leather armor. He carries a blade, and quite young. He hasn't hit his 20s. He's, well, I suppose in these times he's middle-aged, but I mean he's sort of like probably late teens. And he carries himself physically very easily and smoothly. He's got a sort of and he's got a very open expression on his face.
And
How about yourselves? What do I see?
Yeah. It's almost like we're all DMs.
Well, I was going to wait until the whole group's here, but I will.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do it once and do it best.
So Talther would be the first one to, unless Thognoth is going to double time it to catch up with or keep up with Talther.
I would not do Thognoth like that. I will walk at his pace.
Okay. So the two of you finally, break the edge of the clearing. Talther, why don't you tell Fenna what she sees when she sees you?
Well, you see a somewhat seasoned human, not a few years older than Rudy.
He's been brining in salt water for a little while, so he's going to be just tender as fuck when you eat him.
Little paprika into the armpits, like Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. So Talther's just a few years older than Rudy, but they grew up on the streets until he got yanked to the orphanage, or from the orphanage to the priesthood. He's kind of like wearing a mixture of leather armor and Banan priest robes. He's got that perpetual he just dried off from being in the rain look to him, and he's carrying a trident, which is an unusual weapon for this particular area.
Yeah, very strange.
And he looks like he's carrying a lot of stuff, but he handles it very well, and he's surprisingly more attractive for a human than you would normally think.
Yeah, he does have the very attractive trait or talent.
Yeah. Cool.
Now, you're not as ugly as the others. Thognoth, what does Fenna see when you break the foliage?
Yeah, youngish dwarf, 60. He's in full plate. Got a big, giant axe sticking up above his head, strapped to his back. That is notable. That would catch any dwarf's eye.
Oh, it certainly does.
Mm-hmm. And
here we go.
and he's going to have kind of a grin on his face, I think, at just another dwarf. I'm like, I don't know the last time I saw a dwarf. Has it been? Are there a lot of dwarves in town? I mean, I don't remember too many dwarves.
I think you last saw dwarves in Oldenleats at a bar. Although, in fairness, at that bar, you did take a lot of very hard blows to the head. So,
is that before or after the explosion?
Yeah, so I think at the very least, Thognoth is curious. Especially if I heard, I don't know if I was too far away to hear that she has business with me, but
I think that the shouting they definitely did. But you certainly didn't hear what Helmut said. So you walk out, and then Fenna, what do the others see when they come upon her?
So Fenna's wearing a leather jerkin, and you're all armed, so you probably notice that she's got a dagger at her belt. But she's also got like a fairly nice cloak and hat, and I don't know, just kind of a bit of a presence that she's not poor, but not noble, sort of thing. She's blonde haired and fairly sturdy, obviously, for being a dwarf. But you probably, if you're looking carefully, you probably notice she's got maybe a smudge or two of like, not dirt, maybe soot, or she cleans herself up, but she's a little careless at times, and she's probably missed a little smudge here and there on her maybe a smudge on her cloak, or
I think there's also there could be pitting as well on the hands and whatnot, right? Like I've never been forging, but I have when I've shot guns before. I had my thumb in the wrong position. And I had fucking soot or powder and shit in my thumb for about 2 weeks afterwards.
Well, and maybe there's because the hands get really dirty really fast. So there's probably maybe little bits of darkness underneath her nails, which doesn't fit the hey, she's got a nice attire, and she's got combed her hair and stuff, but she's also got a little bit of dirt on her. Yeah.
And what's the expression on her face?
And I think she's, Ruthard, she's like, okay, well met. And she's not lowborn, so she's maybe a little curtsy or a nod to the head to be courteous, and then the same for Talther. And then as soon as she sees Thognoth,
even for a dwarf,
arms crossed and not happy.
Did I have any ex-girlfriends that I left back at the old...
Not that you recall.
And so I know of him, correct?
Thognoth?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yes. Thognoth, you scoundrel.
Do I know her? Do I know Fenna at all?
Never seen her before.
I think I probably mutter, this day is turning out a little different than I thought. Do we know each other?
I mean, looking back on your past days, doesn't this kind of fit with the luck you've had thus far?
Yeah, usually not like this though. It's a change of pace of the category.
Yep.
So
I was like, should we know something, Thognoth?
I'm in the dark along with you. Let me assure you. Do we know each other?
I know you scoundrel, you rogue.
Let's start with an explanation before you get too carried away.
An explanation? What do you want me to explain?
Yes, Thognoth is wanting you to explain yourself. I say with a big grin.
Perhaps you could explain the nice axe that is sitting up on your back. And where you got that from?
Well, I'd say I'd be happy to, but it's a sad tale. It's a
sad tale.
Indeed. It's one of sacrifice. It's one of redemption. It's one of dwarven remembrance.
This is not what I expected. Helmut, you did not tell me of this.
He looks and kind of like,
Okay, you didn't know. All right, then. We have a little bit of breakfast here if anyone wants. It sounds like this tale may take some time.
Yeah, I'll head to the food. I'll say indeed. Let's pour a cup, get a plate, and I will. This has been something I've been. I thought it would probably happen before a clan, but certainly it is good. It is good to. It's been a bit, so it's good to get it started.
How did you learn of this tale?
I was there. I was there as it happened, and it's where I got the axe.
Oh, this is about.
You were there.
Indeed. I was there with Grozum.
You know Grozum?
Oh, I do indeed.
You know him well.
Did I know him before? I knew him before, didn't I?
Yeah, family friend. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've known him for many, many years. I'm looking for his name in my notes. Is one thing I'm doing.
For Grozum?
Grozum Grumbleshield.
Grozum Grumbleshield.
Grozum Grumbleshield?
Yep. Grozum Grumbleshield. We encountered him in Olden Leeds. It's an area not too far from here. It's in the region. And
yes, disgraced dwarf.
He did. He made mistakes, and he chose to deal with it by sacrificing himself.
You keep using those words. And you said redemption. How does a dwarf who's fallen in disfavor in this clan find redemption with you lot?
He died well. He made mistakes, primarily in money, to my knowledge, and he sacrificed himself for the sake of the arrangements he'd made, and the sake of a town that was at risk. And he knew what he was doing, and he knew it was time to make it right, and he did so. But before he set out on his last foray, he granted me this axe for safekeeping.
How do I know that's the truth?
How do
I know you didn't just take it off his corpse?
Are you questioning my honor? You have no reason to.
Is there like a sense motive or something?
It would be intuition, and unless Thognoth is
trying to deceive me.
No.
Yeah, if Thognoth is being honest, which he is, he
not known Thognoth to lie ever.
Give us an easy intuition check, only because there's a possibility you read it incorrectly.
I mean, sometimes he underestimates himself, I find. He's a shy and retiring dwarf. And...
Wallflower is what I would say.
Yeah.
Do you want to fortune that, or?
I probably should, because I don't need to make this into unnecessary conflict.
How dare you, woman?
And the party explodes. It just blows up right
so,
up.
Fortune, spend one, and then reroll?
Yes, please. At easy, once again.
Easy.
I mean, it also fits if he doesn't, she is clouded by,
Oh!
The universe has declared.
I believe that's a check result.
No, you do not believe him.
So, but again, you can imagine your perspective on this. It's obvious to both Rudy and Talther and also to Helmut that Thognoth is telling the truth. Even if you weren't there, you would be able to read this. Fenna, it's just not sinking in. You're just not picking up that he's telling the truth here.
Well, perhaps if you provided more details instead of all these vagaries and this
You know what basic... it is? The condition you've got is the bitch eating crackers condition. Like we've talked about this before, it's when you hate somebody so fucking much that the littlest thing just sets you off about them. You're like, look at the way that bitch is eating crackers. So, what do you say, Fenner?
She's just like, well, maybe if you could provide some actual details instead of just vague stories, and he gave it to you, and I don't think.
Yeah, you have not actually.
I've known him all my life, and there's no way that he would have just given you his axe. And his history says that he's beyond redemption. At least that's what the clan would think.
Thognoth, give us a hard intuition check,
Okay.
please.
Tother definitely wants to interject, but he does not want to interject between two dwarves. That's like getting...
Okay.
I'll try
Okay.
again.
Yeah.
And while this is going on, I'll sit by the fire and start to examine sort of the
Poking at breakfast.
Yeah, I'm going to start on the breakfast. Helmet, just bring it over.
Hey, weren't you guys looking out for Beastman? Oh yeah. These two dwarfs are going to bring down the entire mountain region.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Dognoth.
Okay.
Question though, does anybody
All
else have a really hard time seeing the text? Or is that just me?
I think it's just you.
Maybe refresh. You mean in the text results?
In the text results in the chat, like it's
Are you in dark mode?
colors, or I'm in dark mode. Is that makes?
It should
Oh,
make
yeah.
a
It'll
difference.
make a
Yeah.
difference.
Where's dark mode removal? Where does it go?
Settings, and then I think audio and video. No,
Audio video.
no. I mean, personal. Not there.
I forget. I've seen it before.
Accessibility.
Accessibility.
Okay, Thognoth, I was whispering you something.
Okay, way easier in non-dark mode.
Yeah.
Mm.
It used to be only video and display stuff, but they moved it.
Thognoth gets a little intuition, a little insight into what's going on.
So
Not a critical, because this critical is doubles, but
I was rubbing my face. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a long morning. Like this is not what I. And then I stop, and then I peek out past a finger, and go, oh, goodness, you're related, aren't you?
How do you know that?
I'm just remembering he had close kin, and you seem to match. And I'm like, I shake my head. I'm very sorry for your loss.
you want to give us a cool check? Fenner?
Yeah, maybe.
No.
So let's make it at challenging.
Oh.
That's so close.
So
Wow.
close.
So feel free to interpret that however you like.
I think she's struggling to cool, but she's at least not irate anymore. Like,
Yeah.
how I've never met you before today. How would you know?
I knew. It just came to me that he had a daughter, and your countenance today was a bit puzzling, and a little bit puzzling, at least directed towards me. And now it makes more sense. I understand it. It has to be complicated of losing the father, and under the circumstances that he did, and complicated.
Yes. Could you tell me the story? Could you said there was redemption? What?
Yes,
What
and
did he do? What
he
did he
died
do?
well. Well, he was working on some underground waterworks for a couple of parties, and over in the town of Olden Leeds, some extensive work that only someone of his profession and expertise would be able to do. And this is where we ran into him, and my old friend that I'd known for years. And it turns out that his business dealings were complicated, too complicated. And we spoke about it at length, and things got worse with the waterworks, and and some of the happenings around it. We got involved, me and my comrades here, and doing some extensive forays into the sewers, where I lost my dwarven axe. I'll confess to you.
So we both lost.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know what you're complaining about. I lost my axe.
You just lost your father.
Yeah. But I said, yeah. So it was hard times, but there was a culmination of factors, and Grumble Shield knew he had to make it right, and he stepped up. He if he hadn't done this, he was prepared to take the Slayer's Oath, but he got it done.
He did take the Slayer's Oath.
Oh, he did take it. Oh,
yeah,
after.
That's why you were his chronicler.
Oh, gotcha.
So Talther kind of like nudges Thognauth's shoulder. You should tell her about the Skaven.
I was going to say, I think Thognoth is inadvertently part of the Empire's Skaven conspiracy, describing everything other than Skaven involvement.
I kind of was. I wasn't quite sure we were at the Skaven point, but yeah. So he said, yeah, we, I don't know, you're familiar with the Skaven, of course. These.
It's only the manlings who are so foolish as to ignore or deny their existence.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It's all coming back to me now.
Yeah.
So yeah, the those cursed Skaven, we were enmeshed with them and took them on many times actually over the course of this little escapade, both in the sewers, and they targeted us in our sleep. I'll have you know, in town. Burned the place we were sleeping to the ground, which Grumble Shield had given us to. It had been seconded to him as part of his work, and he had given it to us to be able to lay our heads. And it had been burned to the ground as they targeted us, and we fought them off. And then we went to the sewers to take it back to them, and it was involved, and by the end, there was only one way to deal with the large incursion underground against these familiar foe.
We threw a lake at them.
What's that?
Yeah, Dave will appreciate that.
Yes, we threw a lake at them.
Oh yeah, we Grumble Shield
did.
He did an excellent job of wielding a lake, but it required him to whether or not it was 100% required, I can't say because I don't have his expertise, but he decided to make sure it was done right, and so he sacrificed himself in true Slayer's purpose, and he went down with the effort. But before that, he gave me his axe to keep. He gave me the clan's axe to keep an eye on.
So, Fenna, just you're not a hydrological engineer, but you know, given that you're the child of one, you sort of have to hear about it in the home, and you have to have at least some familiarity with things. If he, knowing you've been to Olden Leats is on a kind of like not a peninsula, but it's kind of like there's an isthmus that goes out, and then, or not. Well, I think we went through this again. I'm about to get trapped in is it an isthmus or a peninsula when it's a stretch of land that goes into a lake? I'm going to stop myself right now. There's a stretch of land that goes out to where there is a sort of hold. There was an elven settlement there. Human settlement's been built on top of that. If your father flooded part of that underneath there, it would be an unbelievably complex undertaking to do that without completely undermining the town itself, which itself was built on another thing, right? So when he says that, like, it's something only your father could have done, you would know, like, this is trying to, you know, carefully knock out one leg underneath and affect damage to one part of an otherwise, like, stilt kind of supported structure.
I think she nods a bit, and she doesn't even reply verbally. And then she's just thinking, and she probably looks very pensive, and then says, So he asked you to return that axe to the clan.
What was his words, Kevin? Do you remember? I'm trying to figure exactly what he said.
Kin, probably would have been more to kin than clan.
I think he gave it to you.
Yeah, that's what I remember too. That's why I wanted to kind of confirm.
I think the assumption was you'd go to the clan and tell them what happened, but
Tell him the story. Yeah, that's
No
that
question.
there were
sounds
no
more like-
attachments about the axe. So
Well, not again. Like he would go to the temple of Grimnir and hell of his doom.
Yeah.
That's the way that for all the things that sins that you've committed, that is a way by meeting your doom, you are restoring honor. It's why the Slayers, it's an extreme oath. And it also, like, if you would hear Fenna that he's taken that oath, like, this is the most catastrophic step any dwarf can take. And it usually is taken not just when, like, oh, I failed a bit. It's like, if you are fundamentally to blame for some kind of horrible outcome for other dwarves, or you're disreputable or whatnot and truly trying to seek retribution, it's the kind of thing you only do when you have done something very, 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 very bad.
Yeah. We don't need to discuss that right now.
Yeah.
So you're on your way then to the temple to tell this tale, to
So
redeem my father and my family in.
indeed, it's well, what we're doing is with my group, they have been I am helping my comrades here in they have helped me in dealing with your father's business, your father's situation, including quite a few forays against the Skaven and into the sewers that were not really their business. So they helped out with that. So I am helping them with their business, which is dealing with some of Talther's cult and some of the things they need to get done. That's what we're doing right now. We're seeing to my comrades' business since they helped me with mine, and then we would find our way was the plan, or at least, we would find our way to your clan to see your father's name clear.
So the sooner you get these other issues dealt with, the sooner you'd be able to head back to the clan and the temple and redeem my family, who are also suffering under the weight of my father's disdain. Somehow I picked up a Scottish accent too. What are you doing?
It happens.
Damn dwarves.
Yeah, gets in you.
It's a gravitational pull.
And every time we do it, Graham dies just a little bit more.
I do it when I play
slow and
Dwarves, I pick it
painful.
up.
Slow and painful. I'm trying to avoid it, so I'm like, where did
Lean in now. Lean in now.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't fight it. It only
Also, I
makes it
think, in
harder.
fairness, Sean's is also Irish, or Italian. He intentionally decided to go with an Irish style accent or fake accent.
Mine is bad Mel Gibson Celtic, whatever it is. Yeah.
Sadly, I'm born north of Scotland, the very north part of Scotland, and unfortunately, whenever I do go to Scotland, nobody quite picks up the fact that I'm Scottish because I cannot do a Scottish accent at all well. So, and I'm born there, so.
I was going to make an
anyway,
RP
I
joke.
turn around at this point and I say, these sausages are good.
Yeah,
Wait,
very good, very good.
wait.
And the two
Are
of you
these
look over, you
sausages?
realize that like all three of these manlings have been sitting there kind of like watching you go back and forth with one another.
We know better than to interrupt a dwarven conversation.
Yeah,
so
it
it
is.
is. Quite so.
It's usually me watching the manlings chitter
Pass
chatter
the bread over.
and
pass
quibble.
the bread over.
So.
Cheers.
Yeah.
My
Upsetting one dwarf
apologies
is-
for putting such a dour feeling on your camp. I guess it's our
No.
camp, but still.
That's all right. It's a difficult time. Your father was I know I know there were challenges, and I'm sure it's obviously been hard on the family. But I will tell you, it was most ingratiating to see him and to be his chronicler at the end. It was my honor, and to look after the clan. I look forward to singing his redemption praises.
Well, was a great dwarf. I admired him too.
Well, I travel as Fenna Finesmith, but I am Fenna Grossum's daughter, and I thank you for these kind words of my father. He made a grave error back in the clan territory, and our family's been under a lot of pressure since then. So it's been it's just been an ordeal, and the sooner we can get this rectified, the sooner my mom and brothers can go back to living the life we had prior, hopefully.
Understand. I look forward to hopefully providing a bit of comfort with his final days.
May I look at the axe just for a moment?
Oh yeah, of course. And I hand it over.
And then
What's the name of it again, Thognoth?
It's like a trap. Grumdildring Draken.
Nice.
I think you see her like the way she holds the blade, or the way she hold it by the handle, and then she's like inspecting the blade. She's not careful. She's not worrying about cutting her fingers on the sharp edge. But you see her like the way she's marveling at it, and the way she's holding it. It's like she's held weapons before, but like maybe not swinging them.
Ooh.
And then maybe she'll pull out like a rag from her pouch, and she just kind of like rub a little oil into some spot on it, and just making sure it looks good, and then she hands it back to you.
And I'll say you can hang on to it for the morning or something if you wish.
No, if it was entrusted to you, then it's yours.
All right. It's a tremendous weapon, obviously.
And then she'll look over the rest of you, like the rest of Thognoth's gear and armor, and she's kind of like, you see her like literally appraising and looking at all your armor and stuff. Like,
I don't want to shock you, but he does appear to be carrying a manling's shield, and he appears to be carrying a manling's axe, I believe. Or hammer? What is it, an axe or hammer?
That's right. It's a manling axe, dwarven warhammer, but a manling axe.
That's a fine warhammer you're carrying, but I don't see a dwarvish shield or other gear. What seems to have you fallen under hard times?
We've had enough sad tales for the day, or else I'd break into where my axe is.
Yeah, and actually, the armor, which may have been, I can't remember, did you purchase your plate mail when he came to town, or did you have that as one of your starting trappings?
It was starting.
So while the shield or the armor is of dwarven fabrication, it's been repaired by a manling.
Has it been repaired well?
I mean, it's in one piece.
I think she starts like testing straps, and she's like goes over and start tugging on it, and she's like, "Who the hell's been repairing this?"
It's been a long trip, you know. I mean, I have to. You got to forage where you are. I mean, I would love to be eating the food from the clan, but when you go overseas, as it were, you got to do what you got to do.
Very good.
And she looks over at the other two. She's like, are any of you capable of taking care of your equipment?
Talthor looked at his stuff, and it's But the answer is he can oil it, but no.
Yeah, they've been what your character would not know is they've been lost in the woods for about 3 days or 4 days now.
Although if she's looking at Talder's like, are you skilled with black powder and weapons?
Me?
Yes.
I don't think so. That's
I don't think black powder. Not yet. No, I'm skilled in the fine craft of dwarven armoring.
So, okay.
That's a welcome addition to the
yeah.
group, I'll say.
I might not be as tough or as finely trained as you fellows at standing in the front and stabbing your skaven, but we can maybe fix up your gear and make it hold a little longer, hold a little better against the blows.
That'll be very helpful. And you, Helmet.
Good.
Now that you're here, if you get me. You ain't going back. When
He
the
looks a
time
little
comes,
relieved at that.
yeah.
Yeah.
When the time comes, and I'll look to Fenna where we are troll hunting, or something like a troll.
Troll hunting.
Indeed.
Yeah, one of the things that might come to mind is like, is Thognoth on the fucking Slayer's Oath now? Like what? Because Troll Slayer is one of the first steps on the.
Oh, is it?
The Slayer's path is basically like you start as trying to get killed by a troll to meet your doom. If you're too tough to do that, you then move on to other more impressive things like Demon Slayer and whatnot.
Love it.
Yeah, it's great. Actually, I can't remember what it is in the. Let's see. Okay, because Troll Slayer is the first thing. Then you become Giant Slayer, and if you can't do that, you become Demon Slayer, and if you can't do that, you become Dragon Slayer.
It goes Troll, Giant, Dragon, and then finally Diamond or Demon.
Yeah.
I found this bad boy, Dragon Slayer,
nice
novel, and it's in fantastic shape. And I just saw it like sitting at a bin in the bin.
Fucking great novel too.
I'm like, whoa! I'm gonna steal this bad boy because
Yeah.
well, it's
They're
also
all
probably
good.
worth a.
I've gone up
worth a lot
to.
'cause it's,
Is it? I can't remember what it's called. Whatever the one is, it might be Vampire Slayer. I enjoyed the shit out of those novels. They are really, really fun.
Well,
Right,
the reason I ask about the black powder is because I've been carrying this handgun in the bottom of my backpack for who knows how long, and I would like somebody to get some use out of it.
Yeah, since the Olden leads to sewers, I think. Didn't you recover that in the Skaven Warren or in the sewers? Yeah.
well, I wasn't set out for troll slaying. All I have is this weed dagger. And actually, Kev, we didn't do anything for equipment and whatnot, so I don't know what she has for craftsman tools and what.
Oh, yeah, that's not part of your trappings, is it?
No.
So you may need, you may need to be at a forge in order to
do the repairs.
Yeah. Here we go, artist.
Because I was traveling, I didn't know I was going to be repairing gear. But
yeah, trade tools are not until technically you're still an apprentice.
Well, they don't need to know that.
The way that they definitely don't need to. Fake it till you make it. That's an old dwarven saying.
Yeah.
What we say is that you're free to in this game though. We allow you to change careers and advance in the careers without having the trappings. You just don't gain the benefit of the rank, like a social rank, until you have the trappings.
Yeah.
So, because you're going to get XP faster than the rest of the characters as you advance. You can feel free to advance into different careers and whatnot. Starting a new career, you do need the trappings for that. Like if you choose to go into it,
buy the trappings for the
exactly. Like if you're like Topha's got the stuff to be an apothecary, and Rudy's got the stuff to be a soldier, and Alwyn's got the stuff to be a bounty hunter.
Cool.
Which is a Mandalorian set of armor, of course. Anything. So, are you guys going to stay here, or are you going to head back to your fortified?
Yeah, we've got a very good camp spot, about half an hour's walk.
Is our? Did we know? Did we think we were close to our quarry?
Not that I recall. I think we got a good spot. We were going to be searching the area.
Yeah.
Well, I brought Helmet with me. He seems to be pretty good at traveling to the forest.
Talder winces every time somebody says helmet and not helmut.
Helmut.
I've told the other guys about this, but there's he's unfortunately had to retire since then too. But one of my favorite like adversary lawyers in town is a guy named Helmut, and that's Helmut. We rolled his name randomly, but the pronunciation is in honor of him.
Well, yes, Helmut seemed to be good at getting us out here, so
yeah. He's got a very particular set of skills. We're trying to make do.
Given that you're under-equipped and that we're not sure what to expect, I'm going to give you a strange choice. I can give you either, I know, but a manling's axe, if you wish, or I can give you the clan axe.
I think so. Mechanically, the hand axe would be a melee basic, but the Gromril two-handed axe, I think, is actually a separate skill. It's a melee two-handed.
It's two-handed. Yeah, two-handed.
Yeah. Which would be a cross-class thing. I don't think melee two-handed is a career skill for artisans.
No.
Not to say you couldn't develop that, like the other guys have taken some out of career choices, just it's double the cost.
Yeah. How about if I don't take anything, and the axe that my father gave you is yours to wield? That's how it works, isn't it?
It's very good. I just you're going to need more than that knife at some point, and we're kind of in the thick of it out here. So I feel like you should at least.
Even the bushes are attacking us.
Indeed.
I'm carrying a mace if she wants to use that.
And she starts looking around like, what's with all the weapons? Is this the militia or something?
I've got a dagger, I've got a sling, I've got a trident. Yeah, it's just in case.
So there are some optional rules in the base book, Dave. They treat all basic weapons effectively as the same, but in Up in Arms, there are rules for distinguishing between the different weapons.
Okay.
And we make use of those. So, like a dagger.
So I have a dagger.
Yeah.
I got an elven dagger. The bow that's.
So
damage for weapon skill for melee and ballistic skill for missile. Is that how I remember correctly?
Yeah, and it's if you don't, I think missile.
It needs to be a basic because I think that's all I can do right now.
Where is it here? What is the range attack? Oh, it's called ranged.
Yeah,
and it is an advanced skill.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have training in it, you don't have any. That's actually a fucking cool decision.
Yeah,
and it makes sense because
you got to train to use a bow or a sling or something.
Or crossbow. Yeah.
Okay, well that makes sense.
I think you should have something on you. Whether you use it or not is up to you.
So one thing I'll remember, just as a reminder, we are using the group advantage rules from Up in Arms, and one of the things that characters can do is contribute advantage by using skills throughout it. So even if you're not a combatant, why is that page all black? What the fuck? Let me try opening it again.
Yeah, typically Telther, his the trident is a polearm sword that has reach, so he usually stands behind Thognoth and stabs over him.
Which makes sense.
If he's not blessing or calling down a miracle, which Manon has about 50-50 chance of you're cursed for 10 days.
Yeah, so for your character, Dave, like you can use, there's an action in combat called Assess that's in this handout here. What that allows you to do is to make a skill check. And on a success, you grant 2 advantage. Advantage is kind of like, remember Momentum from the Conan 2D20 game? Advantage is very much like that. It's made use of to disengage or to gain bonuses or, do other cool shit. Which is to say, even if you're not a frontline combatant, you can make use of shit in combat to contribute mechanically to those who do take the hits.
Okay.
Thognoth is often the one who takes the hits. Talther as well, unfortunately.
Talther's only as tough because of all the scarring he's received and the luck and resilience he's burned to stay alive.
His back looks like a catcher's mitt that's been left in the sun.
Yeah, his what is it? Toughness is a 50.
Yeah, wowzers.
That's high for a human.
Definitely.
Okay.
So yeah, like one of the cool things about those rules is that you know if you're not frontline combatant or range, able to do range or cast spells or something like that, you still can contribute something mechanically to the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Thognoth probably sees her staring at something on his belt.
Hello.
She's like, I feel a little better swinging a hammer since that's what I do on a regular basis.
Oh, that's a good point.
What about that hammer that you got there?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm a shield fighter, a tunnel shield fighter by training. So I typically use the hammer with the shield.
Smart lad.
Indeed. And so the great axe would be saved for very particular, peculiar, specific situations. So that's why I was offering you the
like,
axe.
for instance, heavy metal album covers.
Or FIFA 26 soccer photos with your team.
Talther says the mace is like a hammer, right?
What's that?
A mace is like a hammer, right?
That's true. I mean, if you prefer a manling mace or a manling axe, both are available to you.
Yeah, like mechanically, the mace is effectively the same as Warhammer, only it doesn't have the unbalanced. It does have the unbalanced quality.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the penetrating quality.
It's got unbalanced and pummel.
Yeah.
And is it, what kind of skill do I need to?
Basic weapon.
Basic.
Yeah, basic weapon. Like traditionally in the game, they don't give difference to most like hand weapons.
Okay.
In across the various editions, except for third and this one. And then in the optional rules in Up in Arms is where they give basic weapons include axe, bollock knife, club, dagger, improvised weapon, knife, mace, military pick, scimitar, sword, or warhammer.
Okay.
And Talther will just straight up give you the mace. He started with that thing. It's basically a priest weapon, but he's got his official trident. That's his office kind of thing.
Okay. So if you, let's see, I don't know, particularly the compendium. I don't think a mace. No, it's not in there. So let's see here. Basic.
It is a average range, damages 4+ strength bonus.
Just gonna see if I can drag and drop it in, because then it'll. Oh, here we go. Fennis, give me a second here. I think I can get this done for you. Okay.
Yeah, I'll straight up give it to you, so I'm just going to delete off my sheet.
Okay. Let me just edit this sucker here.
Drop a warhammer and change it to a mace.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, why don't we just drop something similar and then make a few changes?
Yeah.
I just add a character. I was thinking Talther was almost insulting Fenna, saying, "Isn't a warhammer like a mace like a warhammer?" I mean, click. Smith would know the difference. Talther would not.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's correct then. Go ahead and why don't you give us a test run with your mace.
It takes the warhammer from Talther and gives it a couple of swings.
Oh, mace.
Base, sorry. It's now changed on my sheet. Okay, yeah.
Nice start.
Okay.
All right. There's my one good roll for the mace for today.
If you would like to actually hit things with that, group gang up on them with us.
Yeah, gang up bonus is pretty sweet in this game.
I will wait until Yeah. It's just like, maybe I'll spend some time each morning practicing swinging this thing.
Oh, I can give you some pointers. Talter is the one that trained me mostly on what I do.
So did you say Talter's the one that trained you?
Thognoth trains Talter.
Yeah, she got confused there. She's like, Talter trained me? Well, you trained yourself.
Yeah.
You're self-trained. All right.
You should have seen me when I first started. I did not know which end was the other one.
Well, let me know how I can help, and I will do my best to not drag you down while you're hunting your trolls.
Hope it's just a singular troll.
Hopefully we can all make it out alive, and Thognoth can stand before the priests and
well, maybe we
tell the story.
Should tell you what we're overall trying to do here before we jump ahead to that.
Which is an excellent chance to think about how to frame that during our mid-session break.
Yeah.
So for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. and I am unmuted. Hey, everybody in chat. Hope you all are having a wonderful start to your Saturday, or it's treating you well if it's later in the day for you, wherever you are. All right. Oh, nice. Hilo. Getting caught up on Night Below, episode 140 currently. Great to see Dave, John and Dave rocking it. Thanks very much for the kind words. And I hope you're enjoying your time in Heronshire. All righty. So I'm assuming you were all going to head back to your entrenched encampment. Like I said, break up the supplies from that Helmut brought, the camp they broke.
Yeah, it's pretty defensible.
Yeah. And you got everything set up as well, too, so you guys can complete, recover fatigue there. So, I think between the conversation and the trip, your morning is kind of shot for this, but you will have like a half day to decide what you wish to, or a half day to spend what you're doing.
Probably we got 2 more people here, so...
Well, yeah, let's wait till everyone gets back, and then I'm going to see how much you guys want to bring, like how you want to frame. I told Dave that we're going to bring his character up to speed in character, so that way, like we did with Graham's character, that way he doesn't have to sit there and listen to us, fucking lecture about a bunch of nonsense.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I
was thinking probably get more food.
Or are your stocks running low?
Well, we got 8 group meals, so
ooh, and
that's
5
2 days
mouths to feed.
Exactly.
Sorry, it took me so long. I have dwarven legs.
We were just. I was back much sooner. I think all of us were back much sooner. So we were just talking about how we're gonna. Fenna's gonna learn about the campaign at the same time you do, about what's going on. So we're going to say that Thognoth is maybe lagging at the back or something like that. What would Rudy and Talther tell Fenna about like what you're doing here, why you're hunting a troll here?
Oh, well, I'll start with the big picture thing. Not my cult, but technically it is. I was instructed by the high priest, and that we need to look into an issue with the silver trade in the area, and to get that hammered out so that it stops.
Remember, you're doing it at the behest of who, though?
I always forget the title.
Well, the Lector Count would be good.
Lector Count, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're walking around with, some of his authority in the mission we're doing. It also stems from a Sigmarite looking for some beastmen in the area as retribution for one of their priests being slain. That we were tangentially...
multiple things going on?
Yes, but we're not directly involved with the Sigmarites and their beastmen thing. We're trying to touch base with them again, just because I want to make sure they don't get out of hand.
The campaign kicked off largely with a mission where the Talther's priest, Carl's priest, and a Sigmarite were traveling out to make peace between these 2 families. Mm-hmm. Then the Sigmarite priest was murdered, and things kind of went downhill from there.
Yeah. So these 2 families are mostly involved with the silver trade and the silver mines, and there's a third party, like a guy who got raised up into the lordship to look over it. Rasberger, I think.
Yep.
And then the Kreuzfelds are the other ones, and then I'm trying to do this off of memory.
Rudenbach
are the other ones. So we are in the Kreuzfelds lands, I believe. And we're looking into their mining has stopped because of banditry or safeness on the road. So we've been working our way up towards their capital city, and we came across Pikewall, which are having issues with. Apparently, some people got killed by a troll, and we decided we can't have that. So that's why we're out here right now. But our eventual goal is to get to the Kreutzfelds and see what's going on, why they can't, keep their business going, and also Frederick. Apparently, he and some of his people murdered some farmers that we housed with after a brief period of time, and we don't like that. So,
okay, Rudy, anything to add to?
Yeah. So essentially, all that's going on, right? But none of that's really important right now.
Oh, tell her about the beast in the woods.
What's important is that there are chaos ritualists slaughtering people in villages on our way. Not notably not one of them, but I haven't worked that one out yet. But there is lots of beheadings going on and heads being taken. We believe, and I'm going to say this openly to you, there is the aforementioned, thank you, Teltha, Friedrich Kreutzfeldt, who is, if not the actual perpetrator, he is the core culprit and the.
You think he's responsible for the?
He is.
Cultists and the murders.
Exactly. We believe that he is. Yeah, he is culpable for much of it. We haven't got solid evidence. We've got a lot of circumstantial evidence. He has in tow Greta Rosenau. She is a renowned assassin. And our supposition, it's a big word for me, is that she is perhaps the one who's actually undertaken the executions, potentially. All done with consummate precision, professional work. But the purpose we've yet to determine, and the purpose we think might well be further unraveled when we eventually get out of this benighted forest and get to Axwell. That's what we're really doing. Now, all the other things that Tolfa said are the things that we've been employed to do, are important, sort of manling concerns about various noble houses that aren't doing what they should be doing. But from my perspective, Fenna, the most important thing now isn't any of that. It's to track down and bring to justice the perpetrator of these very particular crimes that we've kind of fallen into on our way to undertake the noble duties that my good friend Talfa here has indicated.
He's got the right of it.
I was making notes and then I tried to hit save and I think I missed and hit cancel and I'm like, oh, my notes are gone.
So I can show you my notes in a moment, says
Frederick,
as he brings out a picture.
Friedrich and Greta and the Chaos murders are all connected, we think?
Yeah, we think so.
And the Beastmen for the Sigmarite is just kind of a minor thing. Like if we kill some Beastmen, we tell the Sigmarite?
Well, the Beastmen we think are part of an army for one of the Kreutzfelds, I believe, that ran off with one of the Nuremberg that are out in secret, and
the answer to the murder of who murdered the Sigmarite priest that kicked the campaign off turned out it was the bride to be of one of the Jakob Kreutzfeld, who himself was a mutant.
Yes.
So she murdered the Sigmarite to prevent him from learning that he was a mutant, because Sigmarites have one answer to chaos, and it's fucking burn everything. So she murdered him thinking that she would be able to frame someone else for it. And our heroes uncovered the truth of it. And then she, that was...
Dorothy?
She's a Kreutzfeld?
No, not Brigitte. What was it here? Dorothy.
Yeah.
Dorothy Durenbach and Jakob Kreutzfeld. They ran into the Durenbach lands with their mutants. And in response to that, the Elector Count decided to send up the group again, only this time in place of a single Sigmarite who turns out was pretty fucking corrupt and blackmailing. They have sent a witch hunter named Kettereth Bach and a Sigmarite warrior priest. Where is he? Do you guys have his name down? Oh, it's Ingvald Harka, right. He and his priests. Now, the characters do not know the fate of those Sigmarites, but the players have played a war story about those two, at least, members of the Sigmarite retinue, things aren't going well in the Dernbach lands.
Yeah. Which is now our third. So we started with the Rasberger, which we like that guy. He's cool. We think he should take over everything, but we don't know how that's going to turn out. So the Kreutzfelds are the ones we're after to talk to now.
Yeah, there we go. Galvin Rasberger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a what was it? Not exactly a bandit guy, but was he a bandit?
It was a former bandit.
Yeah. And he got a minor noble title, and now he's got his own little castle and area to look after.
So the Sigmarite was killed by Jacob and Dorothy Dernbach?
Actually, just by Jacob. Oh, just by Dorothea.
Dorothea?
Dorothy also is rumored to have killed her first husband.
Yeah.
She's a former priestess of Shalia, the goddess of mercy and healing.
And don't forget about her sister, who's rumored to be a witch, or is that Frederick's sister?
Yeah. That is Brigitte Dernbach.
Yeah.
Also said to be a former paramour of Friedrich, our buddy Freddie. So, there's one other cult that you guys... So, right now, you've got the Dernbachs on one side. The guys initially sort of went far east of the Dernbach lands to help one of their wood elf allies return some stuff to... They threw in with a group of wood elves led by a fellow named Zakon. And because there's a class friction between some members of the elves from Lower Lorne and those who came as refugees during the War of the Beard, the guys ended up siding with Zakon, escorted some elves back, ran into all sorts of trouble there. And what do you guys do? Just in a nutshell, what's the suspicion about the beast you found there and the corruption in that eastern forest?
Isn't that that god of murder?
Not of murder. That's in here. Is the god of war and destruction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bones for the god.
Cave. Cave of Chaos that had a altar to.
It's a catchy name, Sean. Let me write that down.
Yeah, well, it was already in your high school situation. Band. Cave of Chaos from that surely was a altar to Korn and full of skulls, and it had accoutrement in there that was surely not created by an actual beast, but was created by sentience, mankind, and that was kind of a question at the time because we were tracking a creature for sure, an evil chaos creature. So the notion that man
murdered many of the elves.
I managed to get a hold of one of the armored plates that came off of it. So
there's some beast that was over there. The guys came back, stayed with some old folks, then went up and met Lord Rasberger, dealt with him. That's where they hired Helmut. Came back down, and it was then that they found the old folks they had stayed with at sort of the junction between the three. They were murdered with their heads missing, and kids, their grandchildren, who had been left behind because all the parents were up working in Lord Rasberger's mines. That's sort of what started this process of them chasing down who was responsible, because there were tracks from Destrier and some other horses. The guys moved up to a place called Fire Ridge, where one of the person who was going to be framed for this, for the murders, incidentally, was a fella named Arent Strepsdorf, who has yet to meet a married woman with a vengeful husband who he will not romance. Arent is very popular with the ladies, and it seems that he had a connection with a witch in Fire Ridge, and he was concerned about her safety if there are Sigmarites and witch hunters that are going to be trouncing about. So The guys started in there, then arrived in the next one. Fire Ridge is the first one, then in Clay Gap, which is at a kind of a geographic pinch point. And when they arrived there, they found that there was a bunch of murders where heads had been taken as well. Then carried on to Pikewall, where they found out about this. A hunter is claiming that there was a bunch of his fellows were killed by a troll, and there's a bounty currently for that. You guys did meet with the hunter. What was your impression of him?
Cannibal.
One of the most recent murders when they had arrived in Clay Gap was a cabin, the most horrific one to date. A cabin of 6 senior miners, all slaughtered, the heads taken, and I believe it was Thognoth who spotted something on the back of the door.
Yeah, it was a symbol of intriguing symbol of that a cult uses, that is men who worship the elven god, right? An elven god of kind of violence.
So there's the elven god of war, as far as the elves worship him, but the humans sort of warp it into a god of assassins and murder.
Yeah.
Cain. So they found that marking on the back of the door. Do you remember what else you found in the hunter's little shack?
Mm.
Were there all those wooden hanging kind of
Yeah, a cannibal guy. The what do they call it? Knacks, or he's carving basically images of from bones and scrimshaw.
Yep.
I think he was worshiping that particular thing. I think the conclusion I got that he was actually, I don't think a troll actually killed his people, or if it did, I don't know, something shady happened.
He was very unhelpful in providing any sort of insight into that.
Unhelpful. That's to say the least.
Yeah, I took his knife and then left it in his door afterwards, just because.
Yeah.
Petty. I was being petty.
He was furtive.
You also all ate at the Lantern's Veil.
That guy. What's his name?
So there's lots of bad things going on.
This is the old world, and things are. There's things everywhere.
Yeah. So the current suspicion, like Rudy said, is that Friedrich is the one who is somehow connected to this, because he's been seen like a day or so off from when these murders happened. Although the murders...
And why hunting the trolls again?
It's threatening a local town.
Okay.
And it's basically
Rudy gives you a look of like, that's a good fucking question.
And to be most bluntly, we're also doing it for Thognoth's benefit. He hasn't cracked some heads in a while. I mean,
yeah, he's starting to. We think he's just starting to get a little bit rusty, and
don't tell him that.
What has happened to this conversation? Let's stay on focus. My goodness.
All right. So I'm not sure I'm up for jumping in on a troll just yet, but we'll see what I can do to help.
Well, I mean, if you ever take the Slayer's Oath, you got that one checked off.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and avoid the Slayer's Oath if possible for at least a couple hundred years.
I would. Yeah.
I think, in fairness, the reason that the guys, beyond just helping the community, you did meet the headsman of. I put it in the wrong. Yeah. Oh no, I didn't. Here we go. Caspar Lebengut.
Oh yeah.
Is the headsman of Pikewall. The Pikewall still shows when you were in town there and sort of forced Helmut to take you out to these people. You would have seen that it's sort of like, it's so called because there's a top, like where it reaches a kind of a top of a cliff wall. There's a bunch of defenses that have been based there, but you can see that they were defeated at some point and only partially rebuilt within the last decade or so. This place was hit pretty heavily by a Beastman army at some point in living memory, and has not quite recovered. So a troll coming here would be... It may not be... The defenses may not be sufficient to keep it out. Okay, but I think more to the point, the guys were also trying to curry favor with Caspar.
Also a bounty. There's a bounty promise.
They are broke. They are fucking broke.
So, I've got 3 silver shillings to my name and 12 pennies. I mean, I got a lot of gold in the bank back in Odenly and the Zelzmoon, but yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think that's what's necessary to sort of bring Fenna up to speed? Fenna, do you have any questions?
She's like, I'll ask them as they become relevant.
Here's 60 sessions worth of... Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I run out of audiobooks, I can always just listen to you guys while I'm doing yard work. So there we go. Unfortunately, I'm not going to run out of audiobooks.
Yeah, the Black Library is vast and expensive.
Yeah, I'm accruing credits faster than I can get through them.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly it. I actually paused my Audible subscription because I'm falling behind. I'm like 6 or 7 audiobooks behind my monthly. I'm not even renewing one a month. I'm like, crap. Okay, I need to.
Well, it's my fault because I get those omnibus packages with have like 5 books in them for 1 credit.
Right, and they just had a sale on R.A. Salvatore's first 3 Drizzt books, or the chronologically first. So I started listening to Homeland again. I'm like, oh man, it's so good.
That's good. Yeah, I had a bunch of characters named Zachnafine for quite a while there.
Might not be a bad idea. I might try and find William King's Gotrek and Felix.
The voice actors for that is incredible. So good. Anyway, that's our advertisement for the Black Library for today.
Yeah, Black Library ads.
All right, then what, guys? What's the plan?
Go back to your camp?
Yes, I recommend...
We assume you come back to the camp now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I recommend we gather more food because at this rate we'll go through our stocks in a day and a half. I can cook.
I wonder if I can help with that.
Some hunting?
I mean, somebody could... Rudy is really good at hunting as far as bringing stuff back when he finds it.
So Dave, we're using survival and overland travel rules from Deft Steps and Light Fingers. The sort of thief and travel.
Speaking of light fingers, guess that the new talent that I picked up.
Consume alcohol.
Let's see.
Oh, nimble.
Very nice.
You give me higher dexterity, but
Sweet.
I thought it was actually in class for the crew I'm in, and I was like, yeah, might as well get it.
Nice. Okay. Then, if you're planning on hunting for the day... Oh, we haven't done this. Rudy, would you kindly give us a D10 roll?
I can indeed.
Rubbery.
A balmy 3.
Dave, we got so many things that are fun in this campaign. Every one of us has a iconic thing that's happened to our characters that just we can't live down. Rudy is the shrubbery attack. Talthir is the bottoming out his first critical, failing his first haggle check and getting thrown out of his shop.
Yeah.
And Dognoff is losing his axe.
Yeah, for the whole expedition into the Gavin Warrens, Talthir had to do it in basically a bathrobe because he perfed his haggle roll so badly. Oh man,
it was just so bad I couldn't send somebody else in to buy it. I was like, no, I know he's after that. Get out of here.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Let's see. So. Hunting or fishing? I think Rudy is usually your hunter for this. Terrain here.
Yeah.
No modifier to hunting.
I use outdoor survival, I think, for this.
Yes, and then you also get the plus success level from Hunter's Eye.
That's it. Yeah, and is it challenging? Did you say?
Challenging, please. Yeah.
Let's go for that. Let's go for that.
Go. Would you care to spend a fortune?
I would, because I can for this, because I'm not playing as Vinehander. Just try that again. Point spent. It can't be any worse than that.
Taunt it.
Yeah, it can.
Okay. So unfortunately, no game to be found as of today. Talther and Thognoth, what are you guys intending on doing? You know what? Hold up. You do have the benefit of Helmut with you. Would Rudy have brought Helmut along, assuming he could assist with that, which would be give you plus 10 to your skill level, which means that first one would have been a critical success.
I mean, I'm going to say yes. I mean, I think as much to keep an eye on him as anything else.
Yeah. So give yourself your fortune back.
Okay. Thank you. That's kind.
Well, you know, I have my moments. So then what that means is you get plus 1 success level, so that does make it 2. You're going to get 4 people days of food out of that. Does need to be cooked, though.
Yes, then I will cook it.
And the critical success, let's see here. Any thoughts on what you want out of that critical success? Doesn't increase the yield necessarily, but do you have something? Yeah, I got something for you.
Okay.
What you find over the course of the, the half days or 3/4 days hunting, Rudy, on at least 2 other occasions, you remember where there was that hanging sort of improvised, sort of spun together bit of twigs and whatnot that looked like the symbol of Cain or an approximation thereof? The thing that had that trap placed underneath it. You find 2 more of those. And at one point, you actually, it's Helmut who's like, hey, what is this thing? And you kind of catch him before he goes in there. Each of those was likewise trapped.
Okay.
Talther and Thognoth and Fenna, what would you guys like to do for the day? So, Dave, I don't think I sent you the handout for it. I'll do that after the session.
That's fine. I'm just looking on my sheet trying to figure out what I could do.
So things like foraging, navigate, map. If you're trained in art, drawing, or trade calligraphy, you can try and create a map, which will grant success level benefits. You can keep an eye out, which is Thognoth's usual wheelhouse. Thognoth, are you doing that?
I probably. What is Fenna's pleasure?
And then someone can also give us a challenging outdoor survival test to find water, a source of regular water. Talther, I'm assuming you're saving yours to cook. Is that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
How's your survival, Fenna?
Not as good as my consume alcohol. Just gonna be honest. I spent most of my time in a forge, and this whole outdoors thing is new to me.
Okay, we're all a bunch of city folk here, except for Helmut, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you try the water? Because I'm not very good at outdoor either. Survival. And I'll keep an eye on things, and let's see if you can gather up a bit of...
So challenging perception for Thognoth and a challenging outdoor survival for Fenna, please. Nice. Nice.
Oh, wow.
That.
Good stuff. All right. So you guys managed to find, you have a regular source of water, so you're not going to need to take any steps to do that. There's a creek nearby or something like that, or a brook. And Thognoth has, remember, the thing you decided with this location, was it that it was a better vantage or more defensible, or both? I think you got 2 advantages out of it.
It was at least a +10 to initiative.
Oh, maybe that's what. Yeah, defensible camp +10 to initiative. That's what you chose. Got it. All right.
And cooking time.
So this place, as far as like a home base is concerned, is pretty good. It's near the end of day, and again, like still weather, perfectly comfortable temperature, no precipitation, clear skies. Rudy and Helmut come back with game. What's the mood with Rudy and Helmut? Haven't found those things. I think you can imagine at some point, like Helmut asked you, like, what is this? Why are they? Is this a way that they hunt out here? I've never heard of this. Unless you're.
I mean, my take would be that's. It doesn't look like a hunting thing, does it?
The only thing that there's no bait or food that's on there. So, like, the only thing you would conceivably attract is potentially other hunters.
Yeah. I'll say sort of like. My worry is this. Well, and these traps were set, so it means that we're close to something, but we're not close to something that's any good. You know, people are wanting people rather than, hunting game.
If you check the traps too, I think there's sort of like you can imagine there's sort of like crude like punji stick type things, and they're certainly too small for hunting a troll.
Yeah, right.
A troll's, assuming like having not seen one, you would imagine a troll's footprint is much larger. This is the kind of thing that would fuck up somebody and prevent them from running. It wouldn't kill them, but it certainly would maim somebody if they stepped in it.
I mean, I wouldn't have been able to check out any tracks that lead up to these, just so maybe I can get an idea of how long they've been there or the direction from which these trappers have come from. I've got track now, but it's not very good.
And you'll get +10 because Helmut is also trained in track.
Hang on, I say I have. Just I got a bit excited there. I think I spent points on it. I do have five advances.
Excellent. So go ahead and give us a track, and you'll get +10. To the roll. Let's make it an average test, please.
Oh, okay. Let me just run that back again. Track average. So no target bonus, but no, a target bonus is 10. Sorry.
Yeah. Murder with the plus sign in, otherwise chaos is unleashed.
If chaos is unleashed, which we really don't want. Let's try that. Oh.
There you go.
Oh, I actually made a track check. Good Lord.
So the what you can tell is like there is one other person who's been around here. The tracks would suggest that it's someone who has made this thing, but you've got no other trap. It doesn't look like the trap itself has been disturbed. So you would think that both of these that you found, each of these was set by somebody to try and catch somebody else. Neither of them are triggered. There's no, breaking of the punji sticks. There's no blood on them. But it's a single person who has set both of these.
Okay.
So with that in mind, I guess first off, anything else you wish to have inspected while out there?
I mean, we'll be keeping, as we're hunting, we'll be keeping a general view of anything troll signs. So anything high up in the trees that's broken that probably shouldn't be, any tracks that are not game but actually trolls. So I suppose just assume that as we're doing our hunting, we're kind of got half a thought of, is there troll out here?
Apologies if I've told this story before, but I worked for a year in a resort in outside of Lake Louise, and there was a hike I used to do every day. My favorite fucking hike, my favorite place in like anywhere. But one of the funniest things about that hike is there is a turn where you come around a blind corner and there's a fallen tree that has fallen directly away from where you were. The first 3 times I went there, it also happens to look like the shape of a fucking bear. So you come around the corner and it's like, you know, and then you realize like it's just the fucking tree. It's not a bear. Anyway, with that in mind, there's no like. Well, let's give us an average no, maybe challenging perception, please, and you'll get the plus 10 because you got 2 sets of eyes. The reason it's challenging is because you're sort of splitting, you know, hairs here. Yeah. Not splitting hairs, but like splitting focus.
Yes.
Nice. So, what you can tell, like, there's no sign of, and you don't have any of the, you know, oh, I mistook that stump for a black bear moments. There is I think great.
I'm just fishing, Karen.
No, that's great. I think, like, the absence of evidence is one of the things that also you would imagine a troll would be leaving pretty big and pretty, from what you've heard about them, pretty noticeable signs. You've not seen anything like that. What there's definitely, like, for decades old, you know, markings on trees that have sort of grown over and moss has grown in them, but it's the kind of blasphemous and crude symbols that beastmen would have done. Yeah. You would find sort of some evidence of the presence of beastmen in that capacity. If you spent time just specifically searching these areas, you would likely uncover more. But just on a basic things, you can tell, like, this region has a dark history to it that is still evident on the trees. What there isn't is current markings of trees obviously uprooted, pieces of bark that have been clawed down, remains left over. Although, from what you hear, trolls eat everything. So
we're kind of off the beaten track here. We're away from imperial roads. We're sort of in the heart of the forests.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be at all surprised, given my history, to remember seeing plenty of signs or old signs of these kinds of things. So that's kind of almost just like, I get that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's and I think the other thing is you can imagine that every, you know, snap of a bowstring that you're firing to down your prey, it's going to be the only resounding sound in there because there's no wind, there's no rainfall, there's almost no wildlife here, so it's got that kind of isolating quality where, like, every footstep is going to be heard. The sound of Helmut, you know, panting as you guys are getting to midday or whatever. So that is the mood as you come back to camp. Fenna's got water here that is boiling on the thing. Thognoth has. Where do you think we would see Thognoth positioned camp-wise? Are you in just like the most prominent place, kind of helmet off and looking around, beard blowing in the wind? There is no wind. Beard hanging limply from your chin.
Stroking my beard.
Yep.
I probably did a perimeter walk, just outside, just on the edge of a visual. Of the easy visual of the camp, and then take up a spot that is that has the best sight lines.
Yeah. Talther, what are you doing with your day?
He is doing the best he can do to make sure that he's got everything he needs to cook properly, and accounting for the new mouths we need to feed. I think he's also taken some steps to make sure that the smell doesn't travel too far, just because we're out. In the wild, so he's probably got the cooking pit. I mean, that's what he's doing, is getting it arranged and making more of a way to roast something over several hours instead of being open and boiling, and so salmon toast rolls.
Okay. So Rudy and Helmut return to camp. What's the expression on Rudy's face?
Well, I suppose slight concern. I recount the story of the traps that I found. No troll sign. But at least we can eat. So.
Well, it has yet to be
Guess that's
seen. I might just burn the hell out of this.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give us a. You don't have trade cook, I take it.
No, that's a different game.
Okay. Go ahead and give us a outdoor survival check, please.
Okay.
Challenging.
Challenging. Okay. Let's
In
see if
fact-
Ron's feeling generous.
Yeah, do that.
There we go.
Nice.
Okay,
There
it's
you
good.
go.
I like seeing all this green. This is good.
Oh, you should
Yeah.
have seen the beginning of last session. Woohoo. It wasn't until this point last session we started getting green.
All right. So,
All right.
complete. Yeah. It results in compliments to the chef at a level equal to the success level. It would certainly be rude not to! Exclamation mark.
Well, thank you. It's my first time doing this bird roast thing. I mean,
We were making Dave's character last night, and I remember the fucking first time we encountered the last sentence C7 rule. Because this is the last sentence of the paragraph that says you get 1 talent for your first career. So,
and how much food did Rudy bring back?
I think it was 4, wasn't it?
Four. So look. There's no sign of a troll. The guy who said he'd been out facing trolls, we weren't even sure if he was telling the truth that there was a troll. We've seen no sign of a troll anywhere.
We heard something.
We can't even find one idea of a troll in a forest, a quiet forest. There's been no troll sign at all. There could be no troll. And yet we're wasting our time now. At what point do we just say we cannot find the troll and return and get on with what we're supposed to be doing? I just put it out there.
No, say 3 days.
That smells good, Telfer. So how many? What?
Say 3 days, then we can get out of here.
All right, but let's set ourselves a project milestone that we will basically give ourselves 3 days. We don't find the troll. We give up. We go back. We say that a troll cannot be found, and we get on our way. Okay, I'm happy. And it smells good.
Yes.
Now, everyone has the way that the travel rules work, Dave, is everyone gets to do 1 task for free, whether that's during the trip itself during the day or at camp. You can do 2, then you gain a level of fatigue, but that level of fatigue goes away by the morning. So you can do both camp endeavors as well as travel endeavors.
And since we have an established camp, nobody needs to set it up. So
Yep.
that's
You're
usually
guaranteed.
That's it. And
So-
normally, if we fail that, we can't get our fatigue back after we rest. So
Anyone have set trap as a skill? Yeah, it's an advanced skill, I believe.
I think all would if
set
he was here.
traps. Let's get across back to there.
No training.
I have no training. I've got it.
Okay.
It's there. It's under secret signs.
So, because you could set traps if you were trained in that. You can journal as an endeavor in camp, which is...
I could do with having set trap as a skill, really.
Yeah, because it yields success level in food for each day, and a critical success could double that. Oh, interesting. So critical success for set traps doubles it, but that doesn't work for... It doesn't say that for the hunting endeavor.
Okay.
So why don't we double that then? Let's because that probably I'm fine with. That's the way we interpret your crit as well. Which would mean 8
Okay.
man
Can
days
we-
of food.
Can we buy skills outside of our profession? Is that right? Is it
At double the cost, yeah.
Yes. And
Okay.
you actually can get it for normal cost if you find a trainer and pay for it. That's what we
Right,
did
okay,
with
yeah.
Althor,
Yeah, that makes sense.
But isn't that an endeavor?
is an endeavor? Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to do the endeavor as well. Yeah.
Okay, no, that's good to know. Good
And
to
you
know.
only buy one rank at a time.
Yeah, yeah.
But once you have it, you know.
Yeah, once you have it, you have the skill.
Exactly.
Okay, so does anyone wish to do anything? Thognoth, are you keeping watch again tonight?
Probably keep watch.
Okay. Anyone else wish to do anything in camp?
I would like to, practice my drawing skills to start getting us a map.
Okay.
And like,
Because it's not being done while you're traveling, you're doing it from memory then. So it'll be a hard art.
I'll just.
Are you trained in art drawing or trade calligraphy or trade cartography?
Drawing is a basic skill, so.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Art,
calligraphy is the trained one.
Okay, so you can give us a hard art check.
Yeah, I mean, there's very little chance I'm going to make this, but if I do.
No, but if you also critically fail, you're going to have a faulty map.
Well, let's not critically fail.
Let's
then,
see.
Right?
Yeah.
That's not critically failed.
Ooh.
You want to fortune that? That is a critical fail. -7.
Yeah. Like, Monotony normally does not like me doing that, but
we will never get where we need to be, ever.
Hey, not bad.
Always be
That's
here.
pretty good. So it's not, it's not awful. It's not going to mislead you.
Yeah.
So
he said he was like, no, that's not right.
So Telfer kind of, manages to get something together, and you're like, imagine
It's a flower. It's a flower. No.
it's like a map of like pipe walls here. Here's where we are, and there's a line between the two. You're like it's not technically incorrect.
I'm working on the details, guys.
But there's very little value to be found in this, and it's also like it's hard work doing this as well. If you had been doing that as the travel endeavor, it would have only been challenging because you're able to sort of make note of things that are going on. It's the fact that you're having to trying to do it from memory and having been lost for so long too.
Yeah, and I'm also the navigator, so I'm busy.
Yeah, oh, fair dues. Yeah. Okay. What about Fenna or Rudy? Anything you guys wish to do? Helmut is going to relax. He's been doing a lot of double duty shit for Fenna for the past couple of days.
I cannot afford to get another fatigue level. I
you
can't
already
afford
fatigued?
it. I just can't afford it. I'm going to languish in my pen or whatever.
Fenna's like, I wasn't planning on doing any armoring while out here, so I didn't bring any tools. Did anybody have tools on them and wished me to try and help with their armor?
Don't have those kind of
Anyone have any
tools.
blacksmith's tools or a forge on them? Or
No.
no?
No? Okay.
Okay.
Try to sound like she's capable of stuff, and yeah.
How's Fenna feeling being so far? Imagine the determination
This is
it
not how
takes.
she planned.
No,
This
you
is not how
leave
she
from the
planned
Silver Hills, you travel all the way to, you've gone from Salzman Moon to Oldenleats to Fire Ridge to Clay Gap to Pikewall to the middle of the fucking woods in search of this fella. You finally had your confrontation. This is your first night to sort of sit with the outcome of that.
And it's not how she thought it was going to go. She thought whoever she talked to would going to capitulate to what she said, give her the axe, and she was going to leave with Helmut and head back home and, hopefully right some wrongs. And no.
So not knowing how your father died, what was she thinking happened?
She kind of worried that it was just some nondescript, killed by bandits or but hearing that there's a story behind it that might be able to, bring her family out of the despair that they've been in is uplifting, but that has to still happen. So she doesn't think, she's been trying to wonder, can she bring the story back, or does it need to come from Thognoth, because he's the one who was entrusted with the axe and was the chronicler for the Slayer's tale, and she's pretty sure that it doesn't allow other people to be, story from a story from, we can't play telephone to get it back to the priests.
It's not framed that way, but it's kind of the hearsay rule for evidence, where like if you're offering third-party evidence for the truth of its contents, it's not going to go in.
And I would be biased, right? Like I have something to gain by this story of my father redeeming himself. So
whereas Thognoth witnessed his doom.
And Thognoth has nothing to gain. He's not a family member who's in distress who would suddenly be, brought back to...
You know what? Because dwarves assume you're telling the truth.
Except for Fenna, when I was telling her the account, I'd like to have Thognoth's self-control recognized, and she accused me of being a liar right off the bat.
Yeah, that's pretty insulting. It's more. It's less consequential that they won't believe you. It is more the matter of that Thognoth was the witness to his doom. That's a very important thing for slayers, and for Thognoth to testify to his doom, that's the thing that's going to be consequential, especially that it was a dwarf that witnessed it. Like you'll find if you do listen to the Gotrek and Felix novels, that's the whole conceit of the reason they're traveling together. Thognoth saves Gotrek saves Felix's life in a riot that Felix helped cause, and then drunkenly Felix agrees to witness his doom, and they're stuck together for the rest of the stories. Thognoth has a pretty big responsibility, and one that he's not been carrying lightly either, that he knows he needs to go back and share the witnessing of his doom. And it's also nice what Fenna, give us an average insight check, please, or intuition check, please. Insight's not in this game, Madison. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Intuition?
Intuition, please. Average.
Average. Do you have to unhighlight the zeros in the other? Ooh, close.
Okay. So I don't think what I was getting you to roll for is to kind of pick up. So like your character has not picked up that Thognoth has not lied, but has carefully framed the description of what your father did, like what the circumstances were. We talked before about what grows him in the months leading up to his death. He was lying to a bunch of elves because he was secretly in the pay of a human wizard to try and uncover magic items underneath the thing from the elven, colony that was there. So he was not only, working with elves, which was scandalous. Also, he was lying to them, which is a very undwarven thing to do, and in the pay of manlings. But I mean, just because he didn't realize it now doesn't mean she's
fortunate.
No, you try, which is cool. And I think, but you know what? One thing to think of is it's something that could occur to her later on, right? That she, like, wait a minute, what was Dad actually fucking doing? If she was interested in learning. But he was pretty dishonorable at the end there, until he redeemed himself. And not for nothing, he is the critical reason that an army of Skaven were defeated. So it's a big thing he did in doing that. But yeah, more to the point, my point of drawing attention to that is that Thognoth was doing your father a solid by offering a description of what happened in the most favorable light. So something that you can decide whether, when, or if Fenna puts that together.
Well, I was trying to. Okay.
It is possible we spend a few quiet moments around fires. The fire, if you have a question and, filling in details, and it'll come across probably that I was shocked when he offered me his axe,
oh yeah, I remember that.
Completely unexpected and all that.
Mm.
And then he kind of offered it to me, like offered it. That kind of a little, maybe a little awkward, but that's what happened. That's what happened.
Yeah. All right. Then, unless there's anything else thought enough, why don't you give us a challenging perception check? And I'm going to make a mysterious roll off screen. Wait, why did I say that? Oh, I didn't. You guys didn't need to know that.
Anticipation. Oh,
I'll try it again.
Holy smokes!
Wow.
I will try
Just seeing red the whole time. Just seeing red.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
Better.
Fen is a little older than you, Thognoth.
Screen.
What's that?
Fen is a little older than you.
Oh.
You said you're 60, right?
60.
So she's 79. Okay.
Oh.
So,
that
Thognoth,
means nothing in dwarven years, though.
no. That's still, yeah. With everyone having hit the sack, oh, let's see what weather is coming tomorrow. Weatherman! Would you kind of give us a 4d10 roll? See what awaits tomorrow.
Yeah, I was like, hey, Kev, let's hold off on the weather and let Dave roll when he get here. Uh-oh.
Oh, come on.
Lulled you into
There we go.
my. Yeah, look at that. Here we go.
I mean,
I hope you weren't planning on using a bow tomorrow.
Yeah, really. It is going to be, oh man, fucking miserable. Like, there's no rain, fortunately, tomorrow. But the wind is going to be exceptionally fucking strong, and there will be mist being carried throughout all these lands. So it's basically the opening of like a Kurosawa film.
Wow.
Knowing that that's what's sort of coming, Fenna, Talther, Rudy, and Helmut have gone to bed. Thognoth, you were the one who is on watch. What's going through your mind?
Strange that the way things can happen, that my old friend's daughter is here, and it you know, there's a sense to it too that I have this honored duty to take the axe and his story back to his clan, and there's a delay in that, and sure enough, you know, that's come to me in a sense. Like, you know, I haven't gone there promptly, and so it's coming to me. It's almost like calling to me, you know, the duty, I feel like, is part of what's happened. You know, he's acknowledging and kind of pleased at the sense it makes, I think. You know, that and he's looking forward to getting the current chapter behind us so we can press on to find out if there's anything to be found here. Hopefully we find it. And
Yeah. How does he feel about having now a second person to journey back with him to the Silver Hills?
yeah, it's yeah, it'll be all the more satisfying. It'd be good, but now it'll be better. You know, the family's found him, and has found him with its obvious need because of the trouble that Grozum caused, and so it'll be good. It'll be full. You know, the circle will be completed with his arrival.
Thognoth, would you give us a D8 roll, please?
The old D8.
Yeah. Okay. So it's about 2 a.m. When you can hear from where your vantage is, the wind is starting to pick up, and it's got this like nasty, you can see Mansleeb and Morsleeb are high in the sky. And you can see that there is a storm front, or at least a front of clouds that are coming in from the direction where the wind is beginning to pick up. It looks like it's going to be a pretty nasty day tomorrow. But you can hear the sound of the undergrowth being disturbed about maybe 20 yards off into the blackness. beyond the range of your night, because I think your night sight is like 20 yards. Is that right?
Let's see here.
Thank you. 20 yards per level. Yeah. Get that.
Nice.
I'd like to say it's all up here, but Fenna has night vision as well, so I happened to read it yesterday. So it's sort of like you can imagine, like your eyes are much more, much keener in the darkness than what Manling's eyes are. But even this is still beyond and in the darkness of where you are, and it's definitely the sound of something moving in there. It's the crunching and kind of the sound of twigs and whatnot being displaced.
Yeah, I'll stand up. I'll have my Warhammer in hand.
Okay.
And
Pick it up.
see about my shield, that it is ready to be wielded, and then I will waken.
So are you thinking about the shield, or are you grabbing it?
I'll grab it.
Okay.
20 yards is pretty close. I mean, that's that's almost a charge, depending on how big the creature is.
This is how Thognoth measures things, by the by.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I charge it.
Can I charge it, or do I have to hit it with a crossbow?
Yeah. And
All
can I
right,
charge
so shield
me?
is up, and that is up. And then what do you do?
I wake everyone. I get everyone rousted.
Okay. Imagine everyone is in a single tent. How do you do that? Do you just kind of like rattle the tent? Do you just speak?
I'll whack the tent with my hammer and say, well, we got sounds 20 yards off. Up and at 'em. Grab your weapons.
Okay.
Yeah, right, yeah.
It's a shrubbery, Rudy. And then I, with a little bit of, and then I move to a spot closer to the camp. To the south.
I'm out.
Okay. So you move over to where the sort of edge of where the camp ends and sort of the wilderness begins. If you're paying attention while your fellows are getting themselves up and out of the tent, why don't you give us another perception check, please? Challenging once again.
I set my, I had oatmeal earlier, and I typically set the bowl behind me, and I heard some sounds. I'm like, oh, sure enough.
Yeah.
Disco found that bowl. He's
I have, there's a cheese tax, there's an egg tax, there is a watermelon tax that needs to be paid whenever I'm getting stuff for myself. To Anna Banana.
Right?
Yeah. Yes, please.
I'll spend the last one.
Yeah, that's a critical fail.
Best fortune.
Here we go. Big money.
It's gonna be a winner.
Come on.
There we go.
There you go.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
So as the others are getting ready, you sort of like tune out the sound behind you and you're focused on what's ahead of you. There's no other sounds like what you heard. There's the sound of like the increasing wind beginning to blow. You all stumble out. You've been sleeping for around 4 hours at this point. What is everyone's... I'm assuming you're not sleeping in your armor because you want to recover fatigue. What's the state of everyone as they come out? Helmut will be just grabbing his a couple of arrows, sticking them in the ground, and then drawing one himself, dressed in his knickers otherwise.
I think Telter's trying to shrug on his leather jerk and get his trident and leaving his leggings inside.
Do they have a chart that says for like time for putting armor on?
I'll bet they do. This is Warhammer.
Like D&D does, so you would think that...
I mean, you won't find it, but...
you can imagine he's coming out with his trident and trying to put his jerk on at the same time, but...
There you go.
Mechanically, it's probably not on yet.
You know where it'll be? I bet you Up in Arms has... if anywhere does. Yeah.
It'll be tucked away in the middle of a paragraph in the equipment section.
Yeah, for sure.
At the very end of the paragraph, too.
Quartermaster's store.
Indeed.
Soldier's burden.
Yes.
If I can't get it on, it's only 1 hour point anyway, so...
Feels like there's a talent for that somewhere.
But you can also destroy armor for critical hits. So that's good.
You can in fourth.
Maybe it's something we can roll over just to,
I think
You
they
know
may
what?
take
If it's
that
not
out
in
first.
here, there's the one in one of the Archives of the Empire volumes has a section on armor as well. I'm not going to look it up right now, but like,
All right.
you're getting your stuff on Talther.
I'm going to try and put as much on as I can as well.
Okay, and Fenna?
Do I need to put on armor?
Do you have armor?
I have a leather jerkin. I don't know if I. Okay, sure. It's like
So they're
following everybody's lead, uncertain of what's going on.
Yeah, I'm going to assume it's at least a minute to get everything together, to get yourself in your armor, and then get your sort of weapons ready. While they're doing that, Helmut kind of, Thognauth, you can hear Helmut slowly kind of walking up behind you, and then he whispers on, to you, "What's out there?"
I'm not sure, but it's got a bit of size to it, I suspect.
And your eyes are sort of locked forward, but you can almost hear the tightening of his throat. That's a roll.
Don't get too excited, manling. We haven't seen it yet. It could be. He's so tempted to throw this kid a serious. Like it could be bigger too. I'm kind of just stick the mandling with a big. He restrains himself, knowing that he would puddle himself. So he goes, it'll be fine. Just have your weapon ready and stand behind me.
You can hear the drawing of the bowstring.
Indeed.
By about, like I said, about another 60 seconds, Rudy, Talther, and Fenna are able to make their way over.
Okay. All right.
And Thognauth is standing watch. Helmut has a drawn bow that is sort of like, looking back and forth.
Yeah.
So what is it?
So when everyone gets, if everyone's there, Kevin, everyone's, so I'm tempted to press forward. I don't want to sit here all night. Let's go have a look.
Fenna has night vision as well. I don't think anybody else does.
No.
A torch. Someone lights a torch.
Should I get my lamp out?
Yeah, please.
Whatever you mandlings need.
She'll peer around in the darkness away from the fire and.
Are you
Give
still
us
here?
a perception check at challenging, Fenna, please.
Perception.
I forgot too that dwarves start with 0 fate.
Oh.
Excellent. Okay.
Critical.
So, what do you spy, Fenna, just at the edge of your vision? Is something kind of moving, and it looks like it's kind of hanging. It could be something moving on a tree, and then you sort of narrow your eyes, and it looks like there is something like a piece of twig or something that is slowly moving on the tree.
She'll go there on the tree, and
where
she'll
she
point
points
to
is
it.
exactly, Thognauth, where you heard the sound. And you're like, what? And if you narrow your eyes too, you can see it as well. What's hanging from there? So Talther's got the lamp out. He's getting it ready. What both of the dwarves can see, boy, does that feel fun to say, is there is another one of those little contraptions. Not contraptions.
Traps?
Symbol of Cain.
Oh, okay.
Someone has hung one there. Fenna, you're absolutely certain that was not there when you all went to bed.
That wasn't there when we went to bed. I'm certain of it.
Well,
just
it's still
on
here.
the edge of vision for Thognauth and Fenna. Talther, when you finish up getting your lantern lit, and you bring it over in the direction of that, you guys can see as well quite clearly. It's kind of twisting around as if, the wind is picking up as well, so it's sort of moving it. Rudy, it's exactly like what you saw up there. Helmut just says quickly, "Don't step near it." And he looks over at you, Rudy, like.
Yeah. Is there any kind of religious connotation to it?
Just rough approximation of a symbol of Cain.
Cain. My name.
Interesting that it came, whatever it was, it came so close, and it did this instead of breaking our camp.
Yeah. My name.
Tormenting us a bit, eh?
All right.
What does that little hanging thing do?
It just says Cain's after you.
And it probably lures one over for the trap, I assume.
Yeah, it's probably a marker for murder, you know. We find them where the victims are.
Well, they made a mistake, eh? They should have charged us.
Yeah. We've got a Thognoth.
Aye.
So
And a Fenna now, too.
Somebody's marked us for murder?
No offense, Tal.
Do you have enemies?
I'm afraid everyone's an enemy of this corn.
Enemies are much easier to make, I find, than friends. Better.
Prefer the word adversaries.
It's a tough old world out here.
Should we make a walk of the perimeter? We can't
Probably.
be knocking our knees all night standing here.
Yeah,
No, you're right.
If something put this up, they should have left tracks that we might be able to follow. I mean, look at Rudy and Helmut.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Obviously,
Well,
be
look,
cautious.
That's fine. Let's track them to
The
them.
light.
Okay, let's have
Where
a
are
look.
you looking around where the what's the word I'm looking for here? Ornament is located.
Yeah. The thing that wasn't there the time before.
Okay. I can tell you you need not make a skill check for this. There's no
good.
trap underneath it.
Oh, okay. Right.
But Helmut or Rudy, why don't you give us a track check at average with +10 from Helmut's help?
There is a vague chance I might even make it at that. Let's have a
Don't
look.
doubt yourself. You've got this.
Just keep your eye out, Helmut. You know what you're doing here, mate. You know better than me.
Huge.
Wow.
Look at that.
They're like whoever's tracks these are, they were here less than 10 minutes ago.
Oh,
They were here, they hung this thing, and you can even see there's an indentation where it looks like they were about to start an excavation of some kind.
they've been disturbed. They've been disturbed by us. Yeah. They are close. They're close by. Can I
With a
on that roll,
six,
can I
like you could probably
follow the
try and
tracks?
follow the tracks, you think, but it would be off into the darkness, and you're gonna have to move. If you follow it for a short distance, you can see that their stride is short enough as if they were sneaking, but then it very quickly speeds up as it gets further away from the camp. So if they're moving at a run through the woods, you're not going to be able to track them in the darkness at the same pace they are. But it doesn't mean that their tracks are gone.
Sure.
If they're running, wouldn't it be easy to follow them?
I wondered.
No, but you got to keep an eye and see them in the dark.
Yeah.
So,
we can't keep pace, but we can follow the tracks.
You can follow the tracks.
I can't, with my acute sight, make out any glints of light in the distance. As in, they might be requiring light.
None.
None.
They're running in the dark.
I'm just fishing for thoughts. Okay.
The two dwarves can see in the dark, so they can keep a lookout while I hold the light and you track. So
I've got the feeling we're not going to catch them.
can't run forever.
So should we? I guess the question is, do we give immediate chase, which is at our pace, catching up as we can, or do we wait for dawn? Probably now. What do we think?
4 hours off from dawn.
Why don't we get our full night's sleep and then head out?
Yeah, no, you're right. That's probably better.
If we can't catch them,
track them down. Yeah,
catch up to them right now, then we can still track them in the morning.
still track them perhaps to wherever they have ended up.
Also, Rudy is a hunter. If you know something is going to be... I guess one thing also, you've got 2 dwarves in your party. you're going to be moving slower than them. To say nothing of the having to move slow to keep an eye on the ground and whatnot.
Now I'm a strider.
Oh,
now, I know
that's great. So yeah.
Now that's a benefit to me, but I think that also says something about my understanding of people moving in the forest. You know?
Here's some things I can tell you with that, and also you rolled really, really well on that track. Whoever's moving here does not appear to have, like, they're not cautiously stepping forward once they move into that faster pace. They're fucking hoofing it through here, which means they're not having difficulty with the darkness whatsoever.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Suspicious. I doubt they're dwarves. They have some other.
Yeah, I assume that was in the Book of Grudges already. So.
Oh yeah. I probably shared with on that note. I probably shared with Fenna my book of that. Her father was the reason I started a book of remembrance, not just a book of grudges, which has long been kept. But
yeah.
But I had always heard about these book of remembrances and never saw the purpose. I mean, come on, the grudges is a no-brainer, but remembrances seems a little soft.
Yeah.
But then with her father, I'm like, oh, okay, I see now. And so I started keeping all that.
What I think, and maybe this is like a conversation that's going back and forth between you and Helmut. Like for one, this person is clearly moving very quickly. They clearly are proficient with making traps.
And it's one person. It's one person.
One person, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The other thing is, if you're a hunter and you know you're being pursued, what are you going to do?
Try to lose him.
Or
get back to
double back.
Guys, this guy's proficient in traps. If you know like the path that one of your...
Set an ambush.
Set an ambush on your way. Yeah. In the dark. So when we do the tracking, let's be extra vigilant.
Yeah.
For any sort of left traps. It'll slow us down, but we have to be careful.
Yeah. So we'll wait for dawn. We'll head back to let's head back to the camp and we need to keep a sharper eye than ever because he may go back for friends too. That's a possibility.
Maybe take down that what he hung up so that if it serves any other purpose, it's not where it is, where you put it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Point. Well, Rudy, one thing you could think of. Sorry, Graham, what were you saying?
No, I'm just saying, I think we should take it down, but I think you should do it, Telfer, because, gods and all that. You're the one.
Well, also the reach with the spear, I don't have to get really close to it, right?
Oh, yeah.
You put it in the fire.
Yeah, burn it. Burn Kane.
We don't need it for any of our... I suppose not. I mean, as we're explaining, because we've had to explain a little bit about what we've been about, and I don't know if that was something to put in the pack.
I'm not touching symbols of Cain. Back to a settlement.
As with the Odyssey still in the theater at the time of recording, when has anything ever gone wrong with casting down the symbols of gods? Come on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's probably why the one who does follow one should do it, because maybe there's some protection I get.
Yeah.
So really, we should make friends with the troll. And ask him for a propitiation to whoever god the troll follows. It makes a lot of sense.
Rudy, when you're sort of all moving back in, you notice that Helmut is still kind of around where I'm assuming you guys have taken down the thing, and Helmut seems to be looking up in the direction of the camp, and he looks like he's got something on his mind.
Are you all right, Helmut? What's going on? What's going on, mate? What have you seen?
He looks over and he says, tell me, sir, look at this angle here.
Yeah.
And if you move down to where he is,
I'll follow his line.
Yeah. And you look over, there is a clear shot to where Thognoth was keeping watch. If you wanted to take a pot shot at somebody, or say to take out a guard, this is an optimum angle to where you would have done so.
And as an archer myself, the range is a reasonable range for a bow.
like 25 yards, so definitely within the.
Within. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we got to them just in time.
Either he could have taken him out, or he was planning to.
Yeah, I'm going to assume it's the latter, but yeah. Nicely
It's
observed.
interesting because I was thinking that, of course, at first I was thinking that they were stalking us. And then secondly, I was thinking, no, they didn't even know we were there. And he was just putting this here and we disturbed him. And then this brings it back to, oh, maybe he did know we were there and planned on setting this trap and then firing a shot. But I heard him before he could really get it all done, and he decided to retreat. Seems to be the most likely now. Which is interesting, and he came on his own, which is curious.
Yeah.
And he can see in the dark. There's a puzzle here.
Or maybe the thing in the tree is, hey, if he's a scout or something for someone else to come and do the dirty work, and he marked a spot for them to take out our sentry and besiege us in our camp.
Bognath had been taken out. It's nothing that would have stopped anyone from doing whatever they wanted to you guys in your camp, in your tent.
It's true.
Cheerful thought to contemplate for 2 weeks' time. So let me bring us back to our main screen. Everybody other than Fenna gets 100 XP. And Fenna, you get 600 XP for the session.
Wow. So you just put that into your awards?
Yes, in the awards, and then it'll show you that as like the amount you've got to spend, and then you can spend that accordingly for career things or for, non-career things at double cost. But for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for part 62 of our Salt, Silver, and Sin campaign. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the game we're playing, or the campaign, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where we have a channel dedicated to the many Warhammer games we run on the channel, as well as things like Find a Group, GM discussion, virtual tabletop chat. There's a terrific, helpful, knowledgeable, and friendly community over there. You're more than welcome to join us. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have an incredible selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. Like, for instance, if you were a fan of one of the earlier editions of Warhammer, you could potentially get Renegade Crowns, an awesome sourcebook I've used a great deal for this campaign, for Warhammer Fantasy 2nd Edition. If they don't have something in stock you're looking for, you can put it on a want list, and they'll send you an email when it comes in. And if you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, be sure to enter the code NIGHTTIME, capital K, or with a K, all caps, is listed down below. That'll save you 10% on any purchase of $10 or more through their website, including pre-orders. And if you're listening to this after the end of September 2026, just come back to one of our more recent videos. We should have our current discount code listed in the description of that video. The last thing I will say is an enormous thank you to our Grim and Perilous players. So Graham, John, Sean, and Dave, thank you so much for playing today, guys. This was a lot of fun. Really, really good character introduction.
Yeah, thanks, guys. That was a lot of fun to join.
Thank you. Great. Welcome.
It's going to be so great.
Times. Yeah.
We will be back in 2 weeks' time. But until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our grim and perilous heroes are encountering as they are going in search of, I guess, maybe, quote, troll? And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.
See ya.